Okay guys, let's look at adding text and music. Alright, text is really simple. There is on your toolbar right here in the middle. The top is the selection tool, that's the main one you're going to use. You go down to the bottom one, which is the type tool. And then you click in the middle of your picture. Well, and then you start typing. Let's make this window a little bigger. And you go, this is my text. When you make a text clip like this, you'll see on the timeline, on the sequence timeline, above the video 1 layer, on video 2, or if you had 2 video layers, it would be on video 3, there is a graphic clip. That's your text. You can make it longer or shorter by clicking and dragging. So that's how you add text. You want to go back to, once you have typed it, go back to the selection tool, and then you can move it around, make it bigger. But the interesting thing is, if you want to go in and, let's say, change the color and the font, etc., you double click on the clip itself, which puts it in the source window on the upper left hand side, and you go to the Effect tab, Effect Controls tab, which opens up all these wonderful things, which you will get to know really well. But for now, let's go scroll down to where you see your text. There's little kind of these little triangles which you open and close. You open the one that's text. You see this one says, "This is my text" next to it. So you know this is the text that we're talking about. Scroll down, you can change the color, let's say. Let's say we want it to be yellow. The red isn't really visible. Oh, that's a little better. Let's say you want to change the font. We go to this font pull down, we go to something like this. That's bigger, so we're going to have to kind of resize around that. Let's say you change the size over here to a smaller size. So it's going to fit. When you're in the selection tool, you can still drag it around, etc., place it. So that's the text. That's in. Let's go to the music side of it. Now, they've provided music in their the way they set up the sequence. If you use if you open one of the sequences or projects that they had set up. Let's say we're going to mute these buttons here on the side of the audio tracks. This is audio 1 and audio 2. These little buttons. M is for mute, S is for solo. Let's mute the 2 tracks they sent so that you can experience bringing in audio yourself. So you just click the M when it's highlighted, that means it's muted. Let's go over here. We're going to find in the media files folder that they sent, there's a music folder. There's a music file. Like you guys are going to be downloading music yourself, finding and downloading it. You're going to get an MP3. You just click and drag it into the available track, move it to the beginning of the sequence, and then that's what you have. We're hearing just the track that you brought in. Now if you want to make the volume go up and down, there's a little line in the middle. See that little line? I'm going to open up this track. You can open tracks like this, which is really convenient. And then you can punch in to get closer. I like to do it on the keyboard by hitting plus or minus to go further, but plus makes you closer, zooms in. And you see this little line that goes across. For now, you can just bring the volume up and down. These little numbers that you see on them next to the music is the decibel number. At negative infinity, I mean there's nothing there. And you can go all the way up to plus 6 dBs. So you find the level that works for the music. You want sound to be your most loudest sound to not go in the red. This is the VU meter over here on the right hand side. When things go in the red, they have the possibility of distorting. So that's a little too high or too hot, as we call it. Let's bring the level down to kind of where it was brought in, like at 0, 0, 0, or close to 0, 0, 0. And let's see how that's going to play. Okay, it goes a little bit into the red, but you kind of want things peaking around -6 or 9. call it -9 on that little VU meter. That's their peak level. Okay, then you always are saving, and then you will go to export.